Hey YouTube, this is my instant crow video about the Packers wildcard game. To be concise, the Packers dominated it. I could come out here and say, oh well, Christian Ponder was hurt, he didn't play, and that's the reason the Packers won, but I think that'd be sort of a cop-out. No, Joe Webb did not play a good game, but he played far. The Packers did a lot to stop us outside of just Joe Webb. There are a couple things that the Packers did, I have them here, that I thought did very well to beat us, even if Joe Webb hadn't been playing the game. That's they took advantage of A.J. Jefferson. That's number 24, one of our corners. He's really our worst corner, probably, when Sherrills isn't on the field, and he wasn't because Antoine Winfield was out there, but they picked on him all night, and that really helped out, so that was good. Dwan Harris, they got him involved. I said they should have if they wanted to win, especially on the checkdowns. I did not expect them to use him the way they did, where they would run some deep routes, and then Rodgers could just pop it right over his offensive line. Our defensive line didn't have a chance to bat it down, which they're pretty good at. So using Dwan Harris like that, they could pick up first downs pretty easy. He really reminded me of the way Tom Brady uses Danny Woodhead. He's a quick guy, you know. So that was good. That was a good offensive game plan. Use Dwan Harris like that. Number 3 is they played the outside run. Mr. 96 Champs touched on this. He mentioned that most of Adrian Peterson's runs were to the outside because he was bouncing it out. The announcers talked about this all game. And so what the Packers did was they had guys on the outside preventing those outside runs, and they really stopped him. He didn't break a single one for 20 or more yards. So, yeah, I'd say that was pretty good. Held him to 99 yards. Number 4, they took advantage of Joe Webb. And this isn't the same as, Joe Webb threw the game away, as much as when Joe Webb made mistakes, the Packers made sure to capitalize on them. And that's something a defense has to do if you're going to win. If their quarterback makes a mistake, like dropping back in the pocket instead of climbing the ladder, Clay Matthews will strip sack you, If he throws a ball, if he overthrows it, you'll intercept the ball, Sam Shields did that. So they took advantage of his mistakes, and that's what you have to do if you want to be a Super Bowl team. And 5, they limited their own turnovers. Harrison Smith is pretty good at taking the ball away. Antoine Winfield's pretty good at taking the ball away, especially when he blitzes from the corner, from the slot corner. But they did a good job of not turning the ball over themselves. I told you the Vikings hadn't lost a game where they won the turnover battle or they were even in it, and they weren't even or better in the turnover battle, and they lost this game. So kudos to the Packers. Interesting fact, Rodgers has not won a playoff game in a year that they didn't win the Super Bowl. So maybe that's good for the Packers. I don't know. I won't be rooting for him. Joe Webb really did play a bad game. I'm disappointed in the way our season ended, but I'm happy with our season overall. I think we're on the up and up, We threw 3-13 last year. Adrian Peterson tore his ACL. We didn't have... Our offensive line was awful. Our secondary was awful. This year, our secondary is good. We got Harrison Smith. He's really been great. He looked like he was one of the few guys playing there today. Khalil helped our offensive line. We've been great right there. And Ponder made improvements. He had his bad games, but I hate to say it, but Joe Webb's game just now was probably worse than Ponder's games. The stats may not look that way because he really padded the stats at the end of this game. So don't look at the stats. The Packers really shut him down. But back to the Vikings. Jared Allen really even only got close to the sack record last year because our defense couldn't get off the field, and that gave him more opportunities to get the sacks. That's the only reason he was close. So that might even need to be discounted a little bit. However, we went from 3-13 with all that to 10-6 and in the playoffs, and that was pretty good. I like the way we're going. Our corners, they're much better this year. A.J. Jefferson and Sherrills aren't amazing, but I don't remember Rodgers throwing the ball to Cook, Robinson, or Winfield very much at all. And when he did, they weren't big plays. They were limiting big plays. So kudos to them. And Smith had a great play in the end zone where he batted down a pass. I think the Vikings are on the up and up. I'm pretty happy about what they've done. I do want them to get a wide receiver in the first round because I don't think Ponder really has many targets. Rudolph is a good tight end. Percy Harvin's a good slot receiver, but we need a number one wide receiver, a guy like Brandon Marshall or something like that who can go up and get the ball. So there's my crow. The Packers, they played better than us, just flat out, and I'm not going to use Joe Webb as an excuse. I wish them no injuries, but I don't wish them a Super Bowl because I don't want to have to hear about that for another off season. That's it. I'll see you guys next time.